today was supposed to be a late start, but I guess when I was rushing to get everything scheduled before vacation, I just went back to my normal 8:15. I'm going to try one more time to get Insight Timer going on my iPad because this quality is so difficult to watch. It's like super choppy and grainy, and it's throwing me off. And for some reason, I can't get video on my iPad. All right, we're going to go with it. Maybe I just won't look at myself today. So today we are here for Tarot and Oracle for the week. So we're going to start with a tarot card. We're going to ask for some direction for the reading, and then we're going to use the Oracle cards to have the reading. If you're new to me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. Here on Insight Timer, I usually talk a whole bunch of astrology, but today we're here for just cards. Thanks, Christine. Loves my sweatshirt. I got mountains and an eagle. So this reading is for Monday, Tuesday, if you want it to be. This reading can be for whatever, but let's go ahead and send our energy into the tarot deck that's in my hand. We're using the Light Seers tarot deck. And let's ask for some direction for this oracle reading. And I'm just going to ask for one tarot card to come out to send us on our way through the oracle reading. This tarot card is going to dictate which deck I use. Too many. And it's going to flavor the reading. So let's tune in with our highest selves and ask for our highest guidance right now. What message would serve our highest good? So maybe what you can do right now is tune into an area of your life where you're looking for the most guidance, and that will help guide this reading. There we go. Lovely. All right, so perfect. The card that we got today to flavor this oracle reading is the Queen of Wands. I love this card. When I see this card, I kind of think of the ants from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I think of just pure contentment and owning who you are when it comes to your creations, your spiritual gifts. I feel like the Queen of Wands is the kind of person who's going to walk into a room and be like, hell yeah, magical. Don't even ask why. Don't even question what I'm doing. She is super confident in her skills. She knows how to create. She knows how to just be her bold, confident self. So to flavor this reading, this was the first one that came to mind. So I have Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light. I saw the wands. I saw all the candles by her. So we're going to use Work Your Light. And I feel like the Queen of Wands wants us to embrace something about ourselves. There's something that we have been pushing down to make other people feel bigger. The Queen of Wands sometimes can tell us that we've been making ourselves small to make other people comfortable. So we're going to ask Work Your Light. Where can we be more bold to get us to what we desire? Where can we be more bold to get us to where we desire to be? I see Phil says it's his first time. Welcome. Karma, are you in Oregon now? Yes, I am in Oregon. Lisa needs some direction this week. Let's see where we're going to be more bold. This is Melinda's favorite deck. Good morning, Curasa. Trina loves Rebecca Campbell's decks. Nancy, I can't remember if I said hi to you or not. It's Curasa's first time here. Also, nice. Awesome. Well, For the next 2 days, apparently, we need to be a little bit more bold. So where can we be more bold to get us to where we desire to be? Feel free to send your energy into the Work Your Light deck that is in my hands. And we're going to ask 3 cards to come out for us, asking, where can we be more bold to get us to where we desire to be? April just went through a full 1-hour rage about how I am sick of not being bold enough to keep peace in the Japanese hide your powers push. Done. So interesting. I wonder if you were part of what created this reading for us today. Where can we be more bold? All right. So in my oracle readings, I always let 3 cards fall out of the deck. However, if you're watching this live or even the video replay, I've been turning these into insight timer tracks, these little mini readings. But I'm going to show you guys the backs of the 3 cards. And the whole reading is for everybody. Okay, the whole reading is for you. But if you feel something different, if your intuition tells you that one of the cards has a stronger message for you, then perhaps that is like the main message for you personally today. If you don't feel anything when I show you the backs of the cards, don't freak out. It doesn't mean that your intuition is broken. It just means that this whole reading holds an equal amount of importance for you. Trina says, I'm literally waiting for my Be Bold t-shirt just ordered. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That is so funny. Let's see. Where can we be more bold to get us to where we desire to be? I'm going to show you the backs of the 3 cards, and then let me know in the chat, let all of us know which cards you are working with. Here is the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat which cards are calling to you all. And I'll show them one more time just in case. Once more, the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Beautiful. I see Jasmine and Michelle Mybell just showed up. Yeah, I thought I scheduled this on the hour, but apparently I did this 8:15 Central today. That was a mistake. Let's see who is working with which cards. Jackie, 1 and 3. Nancy, 3. Melinda, 2. Daniela, 3. Sharon, 3. Kirasa, 2. Claudia, 2. Rochelle, 3. Jasmine, 2 and 3. Sonia, 1. Michelle Mybell, 3. Karma, 3 and a bit of 2. Phil, 2. Claudia, also 1. Sharon, 2 and 3. Deborah, 3 for me. Nicole, all. Christine, all. Michelle Mybell, 1 and 3 today. Both burned my eyes. Do you not want to see your own boldness? Kelly, all 3. Lisa, 1 and 2 heart, 3 head. Interesting. Nicole, all, but especially 2. How does my mic sound? Does it sound better than it did on Friday? I went to the library here because my friend was like, oh, the library, it has all these cool things you can check out. And it had a microphone that I could check out. And I was like, thanks, universe. Because after Friday's reading, I noticed the sound quality was so bad. At least the replay, right? I streamed Insight Timer on my fancy iPad. And I did YouTube Live and the recording on this laptop where I'm doing it today. The recording sounded so bad. And I was like, There's an Apple store right down the street. Maybe I could just buy a mic and then return it before I leave. But that's not fun. And then the library had a blue mic. It's the mic that I use at my house. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Lisa, there's noise of the fan in the background, but mild. Yeah, sorry. That's this laptop trying to do 3 things at once. Cool. It sounds good. Thank you guys. Dull fuzz sound. I wonder, maybe I can, I don't want to do it today. Maybe tomorrow I'll move the mic, or later I'll move the mic to the other side. The video's a little choppy. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's because the video isn't working on Insight Timer on my iPad today. So, where can we be more bold to get us to where we desire to be? This question was inspired, remember, by the Queen of Wands, stepping into your confidence, just using your spiritual gifts and not giving a damn what anyone else thinks about you. Card number 1 is transformation. The message says, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It is time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they lose their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Ocean influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And Ocean represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime, or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. This card comes with an activation. That activation for this transformation card is, I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. So where do we need to be more bold to get what we desire? Is it your desire to heal? I feel like this is going to be subjective based on your experience right now. So you may need to be more bold in your desire to heal. However, I feel like most of us have this complex of like, I just want to heal. I've been doing the healing work. I just want to be better. What I first started thinking about when I started reading this card was an insight I had the other day. I can't remember if I shared it here yet or not. I don't think I did. But the other day I sat down to meditate. And normally I just kind of like wait for a question or like a topic to come up. And I was sitting there and I was like, okay, I'm going to meditate on what is holding me back. And then instantly I was like, what if it's the thought that something is holding me back is the thing that's actually holding me back? And I sat with that for a minute and I'm like, man, that feels really good. What if there is nothing holding me back? What if it's just that perception that I have to heal that is what's holding me back? What if I just act as if, and it was a really interesting insight. So that's what I first started thinking about when I read this card, because we're asking, where do we need to be more bold? And maybe the boldness comes from, hell yeah, I've done that healing work. I've been working on myself through and through. I know that I know myself. I know that I've healed some traumas. I know that I've revisited child parts of myself. If you've been putting in the work, let yourself transform. Let yourself become the person that you've been trying to become through all of this healing work. That's what I got from this card. We're talking about boldness. Yeah, own it. Step into the power that you've created for yourself because of all these things that you've been trying for years and years to be a better person. And even I'm thinking about some people who may be here that haven't necessarily done the sit down, cry my eyes out kind of work. And that's okay. As long as you are intending to move in a direction that makes you closer to the person that you desire to be, you've done the work. You've done the work. Oh, wow. You guys have a lot to say about this card. I'm going to glance through this. I don't have time to read them all. Michelle Mybell, deep breath, challenging last 2 weeks. Healing is painful, but also freeing, but also painful. Doing the work for 4.5 years. Yeah, feels like you're going in circles. Step into it. I have done the work. It is time for me to enjoy the fruits of my labor now. Tina, huge breath out, Jacqui. Working too hard to heal. Yes. Kirasa, been on this healing and recovery journey for 9 months. Awesome. Still have a lot more healing to do. And that's why I was kind of saying that this might be subjective because I have no idea where you guys are on your path. I have no idea. But that was the energy that was coming up when I was reading that card. So give yourself credit for what you have done. Don't forget to celebrate what you have done. Ooh, Lisa loves this card. She says the darker pink at her chest is exactly where I felt the card. You've intuited you got to do some shadow work from your childhood that's coming up. Oh, love it, love it. I do have a shadow work track on my Insight Timer profile if you want that. There's also a cord cutting track on there from recently. Where else can we be more bold? Especially today, tomorrow. That's what we intended for this reading. Where else can we be more bold to get us to where we desire to be? Card number 2 is Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You are being called to spend more time in nature, as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations, and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. You are being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more and shift the vibration. To activate this card, surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go. Where can we be more bold to get us to where we desire to be? Boldness in your specific creation. Boldness in adorning yourself and what you would like to be adorned in, adorning your space and how you desire your space to be adorned. What I'm feeling from this is that there is some way that you And it might not even be conscious. There's some way that you want to bring beauty into this world, whether that is through the way that you decorate stuff, the way that you dress, the way that you express yourself, the art that you create. There's something that wants to come out, but there's something in your awareness that's blocking that. And there's a story that says, you can't do that. That's not for you. People like you aren't supposed to be doing that, right? What's coming up for me a lot is this. All right, we're going to go there. You want to see some live shadow work with Jacqui? So what's coming up for me is this whole ecstatic dance thing. I've been going to ecstatic dance since June. And what it has really helped me do is own my body again. And what comes up a lot when I'm dancing is something similar to this, where there's this expression that I've wanted to have through dance for such a long time. I've been a natural dancer from childhood. And for whatever life experiences, dance became too much attention on my physical body for me. I'll put it that way. I feel like I put myself in a place where I was like hypersexualized because of the way that I wanted to move my body. And there are opportunities at these ecstatic dances to express in a safe way, where I'm starting to retrain my brain, like, oh, just because I want to shake my hips doesn't mean I'm looking for attention. That was a rewiring that I had to do in my brain. So I feel like there is something going on within you that you want to express beauty in one way or another, but there's a story that's blocking you, that you're not supposed to do that, right? Oh, people like you aren't supposed to cut your hair that way. Or if you're in this social status, you're not supposed to wear those clothes. Something along those lines. Oh, if you create that art, people are going to think you're crazy. People are going to think you're weird. So where can you be more bold to get you to where you desire to be? If it's beautiful to you, just do it. If it's beautiful to you, just express it. Just do it. Phil says this is so accurate for you. Also, Lisa gave us an Elsie de Wolf quote. I am going to make everything around me beautiful. That will be my life. I love that. Love that. Michelle is still searching for the sisterhood. Hi. Hi. Let's see what card number 3 is. Oh, here we go. This deck is like all out of order. This book is all out of order. See, Lisa's waving too. Hi, Michelle, my belle. Look at that. Look at how perfectly that aligns to card number 1. All this work that you've been doing. I'm searching. I can't find them. Bitch, with all love, right? That's all love. You found us. So just step into it. Own it. Hey, here we are. I say that with love because we've met before, guys, not in person, but love it. April at the same time said, we're here. Jacqui says we're here. Yeah, look it. We're all on the same page. Kirasa is learning how to create food. I'm actually learning plating right now in the food program I'm taking. Beautiful dishes. Exactly. Just express it. Express it. You have a unique, beautiful light to bring to this earth. Express it. Be bold. Card number 3. Where else can we be more bold to get us to where we desire to be? Card number 3 is the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. The challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open, no matter how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing. To open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has cradled you in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. So how can we be more bold? Be more bold with love. Choose love over fear. Day in and day out, it's a practice. It's a practice that grows. However, what I got most strongly from this card, especially because we started this reading with the transformation card, and I was talking about how it's time to own what you have stepped into, I feel like this ever unfolding rose is asking you to open your heart to yourself, to choose love for yourself, specifically with all of these hardships where you feel like you still need to heal. Less investigatory work, more showering with love. Elizabeth loves this message. Lisa, I love that small but very important shift. Life is happening for you, not to you. That is one of my staples. I say that all of the time. Nothing happens to you. It all happens for you. It is a crazy shift. It's so simple, but those tiny little mental shifts, those are what make life appear a lot easier. April, oh my God, this full 3-card reading hit every point that was part of the process over the last hour, which was building for years. And number 3, perfect. Love it. Rochelle totally speaks to my heart and my feelings right now. Needed to hear that everything will be okay. Choose love can mean letting go of toxic people. Yes. Bring the beauty of love to the places I feel fear. Yes. Christina's always loved that statement. Nothing happens to you. It's all happening for you. Something else I want to say about the ever unfolding rose. Do I want to say it? Yes. Especially because of this Queen of Wands energy. Okay, we're going back to this. Queen of Wands has to do with stepping into your power, being bold. One of my friends the other day was telling me that her dad used to tell her about how there's a difference between being nice and being kind. And oftentimes being nice is actually being mean. Being kind is acting from your heart. So in the event of a relationship, and this could be the relationship that you have with yourself, that's kind of where I want to take this with the first card being transformation. Being nice would be doing what you think is expected of you. Being nice would be doing the things that you think are going to make everything play out, right? So I'm trying to think of a situation to use as an example. Let's say you break up with your ex and this is not a personal thing, by the way. You break up with your ex and they will not stop texting you, like literally like 20 texts per hour. I need you back. Why aren't you back here? Blah, 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 blah. Being nice would be responding and saying, yeah, I know you're upset. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hear you, whatever. That's being nice, right? Being kind, what do you think that person really needs in that moment? You think that person still needs the attachment, the expectation, the enabling to continue that pattern? Being kind would be saying, you need a minute, we're done, right? And that feels like you're being mean, but by being nice, by continuing to massage their emotions, you're actually being mean to them because you're enabling them to continue the behavioral pattern that they are stuck in. Choose love. Ever unfolding rose. Choose love. Acting out of fear can look like trying to make everyone around you happy. Because if they're not happy, they might go choose someone else. If they're not happy, they might do something mean to me. That's acting out of fear. Acting out of love, especially love for yourself. What do I need right now? What would serve me best in this moment? And that's okay. You're allowed to do what serves you. Did you know that? Good morning, Carrie. Michelle, why does it have to be so sharp? Lana, not wanting to hurt someone's feelings. Yeah. There is no way ever that you could predict how your actions are going to make someone else feel. It is literally impossible. You can assume off of past patterns, but you're probably going to screw yourself over. You got to do what's best for you. And that also comes with informing, right? That also comes with taking responsibility for what you want to do, and not to like pre-apologize for everything that you want to do, but you get to take care of yourself first. And then if someone comes at you with a rebuttal, right? With saying, hey, that hurt my feelings, have that ever unfolding rose. Open yourself to love and say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. Let's talk about it. But if anxiety is running in your background 24/7, trying to predict how your actions are going to make everyone else feel. Have you guys seen Inside Out 2? I just watched it the other day. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Someone's on YouTube Live just blasting the chat. I'm trying to figure out how to kick them out. I'm just going to ignore it. Inside Out 2 the other day. I watched it. And I loved Inside Out when it first came out. I'm like an anti-movie person, and all I've done for the last few days is just sit and watch movies. Inside Out 2 really shows how anxiety can take over, and it's cool to see it in a real example in a movie, you know. If you guys have enjoyed today's session, if you'd like to offer an exchange of energy in the form of a donation, they're always appreciated. You can donate right here on Insight Timer. Or I also have some links in my link tree if you want to send PayPal or Venmo instead. Or I have a donation page specific to help me get my dream RV, which things started moving with that yesterday. There's a new option for the RV that I have wanted. The one that I showed you guys that picture that I'm sitting within. The wheels are starting to turn on that RV. So I am detached from the outcome, but it got me really excited. That would be so cool. For anyone who does send a donation today, I'm going to do a book dive for you guys. So I get your energy in mind. I dive into the book and I give you a couple sentences that will align with whatever you have in mind when you do send the donation. So I thought this was a pretty good reading. What do you say we recap it? So we started with the Queen of Wands asking what this oracle reading was all about. Excuse me. What is this oracle reading all about? Queen of Wands is learning how to step into your power, learning how to be bold in your actions, and learning how to not care what anyone else thinks about what you are doing. So we asked, where can we be more bold in order to get to what we desire? Card number 1, transformation, told us that just step into your power. You've already done the work. Please do not negate the work that you've already done by sabotaging yourself, by telling yourself there's so much more work to do. Own it. Be there. Sisterhood of the Rose, this was talking about sharing your beauty. Boldly share the beauty that you want to share and express. Boldly create what you want to create, act the way that you want to act, bring beauty to the world the way that you think that beauty should be brought to the world. Don't let other people tell you what is beautiful, because you have a unique, beautiful light that the world needs from you. And card number 3, the ever unfolding rose. Choose love. Choose love over fear. It's a practice. It's difficult at first, but I promise it gets easier. And the more that you choose love for yourself, the easier it will become to choose love day in and day out. So honor yourself, love the parts of yourself that you think still need some work to be done, because that might not be the case. You might just need more love. Sharon was just talking about getting an RV. Okay. Yeah, crazy how that works, right? Michelle Mybell says, thanks for opening that heart of mine wide open. I just read some cards. Good job on you, Michelle. Elizabeth, I've always believed assumptions are dangerous, but when I heard another teacher say that on here, it pretty much summed it up. Did I miss something? Oh, assuming makes an ass out of you and me. Yeah. 100%. See you, April. I hope today's reading served you well. Let's see. I'll be back on Wednesday at 8:15 Central Time. Wednesday is going to be a jam-packed session. So I've started this flow, and actually, give me your feedback, please. I'm asking for your feedback while we're here live. A few weeks ago, I changed my structure where I started doing these just card pulls, and then I saved my astrology for Wednesdays, and I would do 1 week at a time. How has that been working for you guys? Let me know. This upcoming Wednesday, I am putting together 3 weeks of astrology, because I'm going to be traveling in a truck and trailer, and I don't know if or when I'm going to have Wi-Fi or signal to get on, because doing this video streaming thing takes a lot of internet, and I would hate to promise you guys some content and then not be able to deliver it. So I'm going to give you 3 weeks of astrology on Wednesday. And then as I'm driving around the country, I will see how my Wi-Fi is. And if I think I can figure it out, I'll throw some random IT sessions on. So if you come on Wednesday, bring a notebook, because I'm going to give you a lot of dates and a lot of transits and a lot of things to look out for. I record all these sessions and I put them on my YouTube channel, so you can always go back and re-watch. Absolutely. Just keep on track with what's coming. I'm trying to think if I have any other announcements for you guys. And then I will be back on Friday at 9:00 Central. So this time right now that I thought today's session was going to start. And on Friday, we'll do these cards again. And that might be the last time I'm on Insight Timer until November 13th. Might be, not sure. Curasa needed this reading. Awesome. Sharon, the new thing works for you. Awesome. Lisa likes it, thought I wouldn't. The different start times are a little confusing, maybe, but I'm putting them on my calendar. The starting at 9:00, that was a personal thing for me because it works best for me. So I'm doing that thing where I put myself first. But I tried to keep it consistent, where Wednesday was 8:15 and then Monday, Friday were 9:00. Deborah's fortunate to be self-employed. I work around your schedule, whatever's best for you. I feel so important. Roseanne, yes. Mondays were supposed to start at 9, and I had YouTube Live scheduled at 9 o'clock. But apparently, when I was rushing to get all of my things prepared for this big trip, I accidentally scheduled Insight Timer for 8:15 today. So today was a whoopsie. And I found out 4 minutes before we started at 6:15 Pacific time right now. So I hope today served you. I feel a little off. I've only had half a cup of coffee all morning. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of your support. Remember, anyone who sends any type of donation, I give you guys a book dive. And I will be back on Wednesday. Sending my love to all. Namaste. So nice of you to be here today.